beautiful people, Spiritman, Joseph Tittel here. You are in the kitchen with Spiritman. So, a friend of mine sent me a message about this amazing stuff called golden milk. And we have a summer solstice coming up in a few days, so this would make really for a great time to make some golden milk for yourself. The main ingredient in golden milk is turmeric. Turmeric is this amazing herb that comes from India. I became aware of turmeric a couple years back for its benefits. It's great for inflammation. It's great for if you have arthritis. It's good for your joints. It's good to detoxify your liver. And there's so many tests being done currently on turmeric for research in Alzheimer's, cancer research with turmeric. So it's got so many great benefits. So especially if you can get yourself some good organic turmeric, of course. You're going to need a 1/4 cup of turmeric. You're going to need a 1/2 cup of water. And I want to thank my friend Anna Sara for sending me the idea to look up golden milk and find a recipe. But as soon as I saw the main ingredient was turmeric, I wanted to get myself a good recipe, make it, and share it with you all. 1/2 cup of water, preferably spring water or reversed osmosis water. Don't use faucet water. You don't want to use that unless you have good well water. You might want to use that. You are going to need some kind of sweetener if you prefer to sweeten it. I prefer honey myself, and I like this honey, really raw honey. It's fantastic stuff. It's got all the little pieces of stuff in it, and oh, I love it. And a little bit of cinnamon for the top. And you can use any kind of milk you want, preferably almond milk, organic almond milk. You could use soy milk, you could use cow milk, which is good for your bones and such, but I'm avoiding milk as much as I can because my doctor says milk causes kidney stones, and I have the kidney stones, so I'm going to avoid some milk. So what you want to do first is you want to get your 1/2 cup of water, and you want to put it in your pot under medium heat. So let me turn you around. So in your pan, you want to do your water. You want to put your stove on probably a medium to low heat. We're going to mix in our 1/4 cup of turmeric. And let me grab a spoon here and mix it up real good. Get a nice consistency. Perfect. Perfect. And we want to heat that up. You know, remember, keep in mind, guys, when you're doing this, girls, turmeric can really stain your clothing. I'm actually wearing an apron. And once it heats up and starts to bubble up, it kind of is like bacon. It kind of pops and can send splashes onto your clothing. So you might not want to wear white. You want to just heat this up and get it to a nice, good consistency, which we're going to do now. And when we're done, we are going to stick it in a container and stash it away so that we have it for later use. Now, if you find yourself that it's too thick, or you put too much turmeric in, or not enough, of course you can add a little bit more. You can add a little bit more water to get it to this nice, good consistency that we have it at now. I have my stove at a medium heat. We're going to heat that up a little bit and get it at a nice consistency, and then we'll be right back. Alright, so it's been on the stove for a couple minutes under a low-medium heat. You can see a little bit of steam coming off of there, and you can see the nice consistency that it's at, the turmeric. I was also reading online that if you add just a little bit of black pepper to your turmeric, the black pepper, because of the heat content in it, allows you to absorb the good chemicals within the turmeric 300% more than you would without it. So that's why I'm going to remove this from the heat. It's at a good consistency. And I'm actually going to get myself a little bit of this organic pepper. I'm going to put a little bit of organic pepper in there and stir it up. And then I'm going to move it on into this dish here. Preferably, because we're going to store it in a container, because I'm not going to use all this myself, because there's a good amount there. And we're going to store it in the refrigerator, and you prefer to use glass, not plastic, because plastic can tend to absorb the chemicals and stuff. especially if it's still hot like it is now. So I am going to move this over the container, and I will be right back to show you how to make the golden milk. So we're back. This is my turmeric paste. You can see that it's a nice thick, soupy kind of texture going on there. And we can store that in the refrigerator. It'll last up to about 2 weeks. Once it starts to get a bitter smell to it, you're going to want to throw it away, make a new batch. You're going to take probably, depending on how much you're going to make and how much you can handle the taste of turmeric. Some people like it, some people don't, but about a half a teaspoon to a teaspoon. Stick it in the center of your pot there. Back over onto the heat. And we are going to add some almond milk. You can use either soy milk, you can use regular milk if you prefer. I'm going to add about 2 cups, a cup and a half. Enough to fill up my mug, basically. And we're going to give that a little stir. You can see it's starting to turn that golden color, hence the name golden milk. And we're going to heat that up a little bit on a low to medium heat until it gets us nice and warm. And it looks good. And again, you can sweeten this once it gets warm and you pour it into your mug. You can sweeten it with honey. You can either use maple syrup, you can use stevia. I'd steer away from sugar, especially if you're drinking it at nighttime. And remember, you can drink this at night before bed, and it will help you have a wonderful, restful sleep. Because as a matter of fact, as soon as I'm done drinking this, I will be heading to bed myself. So again, I'm going to stir that for another minute or two. And we'll be back and I will show you how to top it off. So we're back. I'm still stirring a little bit. And I actually added a little bit more turmeric because I want it to be a little bit more golden. But I think it's probably heated up pretty well. So I'm going to take this off the stove, touch it, and see if it's warm enough. Perfectly warm. And the almond milk that I use almond milk. I don't know if you could see that very well. This is the almond milk. It doesn't use any sweetener or sugar. Try to avoid anything, again, that has sweeteners or sugars in it. And I am going to pour this over into my mug here. Actually, it's a little short, a little shy. So I think I can add a little bit more in there, a little bit more of my almond milk. And it's a little cold, but that'll kind of warm it up a little bit. I'm going to add honey. I'm going to top it off with a little bit of cinnamon, and you're ready to go. And you should drink this every day, twice a day if possible. You can also use your paste, the paste that I have there. The turmeric paste, you can put it in your yogurt, you can add it to pretty much anything that you want. And you should be eating at least a teaspoon of it a day, especially if you're having severe pain or arthritis, anything like that. It'll help really loosen up your joints. It'll help everything out really well. Need to get that back into the sink. And I wish you the best, everybody. I hope you enjoy your golden milk, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful summer solstice. Remember, spread your love, spread your light, spread the message. Have a great day. Spiritman, signing off.